Hello Gemini, and welcome back to New Hope Tarot. We're going to be doing your reading for the first half of February. I've already meditated upon the cards and I have pre-shuffled, but as always, I will shuffle live. For this reading, we're going to be using 2 oracle decks and 2 tarot decks. All right. And if this reading does resonate, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the little bell so that you can get notified for the next video when it comes out. Universe, please allow me to give a clear and concise. Oh, whoa. Way too many cards. Unless you need that much guidance, Gemini. I don't think you do, but let's see what happens here. Give a clear and concise reading. Gemini, what is it that you would like for them to know? Get wild. You know, I have shuffled these decks, I don't even know how many times. For some reason, I feel like the same cards come out. Not necessarily with you per se, I'm just saying in general. It's like we're all still stuck in the same energies. And we need to move on to the 2023 energies. Universe, what is it you would like Gemini to know for the first half of February? Get wild, but then pause. May moments of calm sustain you. Maybe you guys are just a little too wild and need to calm yourselves down. Or maybe your past few months have been a little bit on the turbulent or even raw side that you need to take a moment and just breathe. I don't know. That's what I'm getting right now. Let's find out what the tarot has to say. Universe, what is it you would love? Oh, okay. And we have the Magician and the 6 of Swords. And honestly, they both came out a little sideways. But I am going to take them right side up because I feel like that's the right thing while doing the reading. If it isn't right, then I will adjust it. But my gut says that it's correct. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Let's take a look at what's going on here with these cards. Yeah, with the Get Wild card, I feel like, as I mentioned earlier, I feel like you haven't really been yourself. Maybe you're feeling as if you're off course, or something's thrown you off course. Maybe you're just not behaving as yourself, like your normal, calm self, like you're, I don't want to say rage because that sounds like too powerful of a word. But I feel like you're not in control of your emotions as you typically are, and I feel as if like your emotions are running amok with this Get Wild card. Now, on the flip side of that, I feel like you also have to get in touch with your primal self, and maybe get back out in nature. I don't know if you're a nature person or not, but if you're not and you're not a camping person, that's fine. Go for a walk, go for a hike, go sit in your backyard. You know, that's fine. Or go and sit on a swing at a community park or whatever. But go do something that gets you out in nature and breathe some fresh air. One of my favorite things to do is have a cup of coffee out in my patio and in silence, and just be one with silence. And that really allows me to set forth the foundation for the rest of my day. It allows me to settle and ground myself. And a song is coming in for you guys. I'm not going to sing it though. It is Wide Open Spaces by the Dixie Chicks. Wide open spaces. That one. So I lied. I am going to sing it. I'm sorry. I know I don't have the best voice, but Spirit tells me to sing, so I do it, even if I'm hurting people and their ears. But that's what I'm getting here. So, and this is truly about okay. So let me finish this thought, and then they're telling me to go ahead and say something about this wide open spaces. This card also reminds you to get grounded, right? And with the wide open spaces songs, Spirit is telling me to say that there is more out there. There's absolutely more. How am I going to say this? You're not the only one that feels this way. There are plenty of people that feel this way. And even though you're going to make mistakes, it's okay. You're going to make your mistakes, and that's fine. But you have to come back and ground yourself. Because once you ground yourself, you're going to be able to go back out there and conquer more and conquer it better, okay? And when I say conquer, I'm just saying that you're going to command the space, time, and situation, and you're going to have control of it, control of yourself within that situation. That's what I mean by that. And then the pause card that says, may moments of calm sustain you. I mean, truly, this is just speaking to you walking away from anything that overwhelms you. And again, this comes back to finding your inner stillness in order to better deal with the outer world situations better. That's what this is really speaking to me. And it's a really calm picture. I don't know if a lot of you are near a beach or not, but if you are, I feel like this is really speaking to you, and it would be a really, really, really beautiful thing for you to go out there and either just sit and watch the waves crash in and feel that rhythm the rhythm of the waves. Feel the tempo of the earth. I mean, it's just so calming. And I feel that if you are near the ocean, that's really going to benefit you. All right. With the Magician here, usually this is my card for manifestation. But I don't feel like you're manifesting at this time. I feel what this card is stating is you can create the environment that you want. You can create the emotion you want within yourself, and how you're going to handle each situation if you're grounded. You just have to focus and practice that grounding, whatever that looks like for you. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you how to ground yourself. I told you what I do to ground myself. I also meditate. I'll put out a video on meditation as well. And for a lot of people, meditation looks different to a lot of people. And that's perfectly fine. There is no wrong way. There's going to be plenty of people that's going to say, oh, yes, there is. No, there really isn't. If it works for you, then it works for you. If it helps you settle, that's the whole goal, is quieting your mind, listening to your spirit, and being one. Okay? So that's what this Magician is telling me on, is practice on grounding yourself. Get a grounding regimen into your life on a daily basis. And let me tell you, once a day sometimes just isn't enough. Specifically, if you're dealing in a high energy environment, let's say you work in stock or in a customer service or whatever. Sometimes once a day isn't gonna cut it, right? Sometimes you're just gonna have to go on your break and sit outside around people not talking and just listen to music, or just breathe, or walk around the building whatever works for you. But grounding once a day might not be sufficient for a lot of you Geminis out there. The Six of Swords is usually like walking away. And I feel like in this particular case, it's like you need to walk away from situations you can't handle calmly, and then return when you are grounded, right? So that you're better able to handle the situation and have control of yourself. And the more grounding you do, the more frequently you do it, it is going to become easier, and the grounding will last longer, right? So they'll be more extended, not the grounding ritual, but the grounding itself, because you're going to, your body's going to be tethered to that grounding. You're like, oh yeah, because it's going to become a habit. You're like, oh wait, I have to do this. Oh yes, I have to ground myself before I respond to this person, because I don't want to say something that is going to get me fired or get this person punched. Don't be violent, people. That's just a that's what came to me. So I'm sorry. That's what I said. But maybe for some of you, it's like, don't hurt people. Okay, ground yourself. And then with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like a lot of you just aren't focused. You aren't aligned. You aren't educating yourself in ways to ground yourself and what's going to work for you. Sometimes you have to try different things to find out the way that is going to work for you. And that's okay. That's absolutely okay. I tried a lot of different things. And the best way I meditate is laying down. I mean, that's what works for me. Sitting up sucks for me. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. Oop. Sorry, I was getting the cards out to get clarification and stuff just jumped out. 1 second, Gemini. Oy, I'm so sorry. All right, let's try this again. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh yes, sitting up in my meditation, it doesn't work for me, like at all. My back hurts, my neck gets stiff. I don't like it, so I lay down, and that's what works for me. Sometimes I meditate while I stretch, and that works as well. All right, so we have the Magician with the Six of Cups, which actually came up in reverse, which is balanced, right? And that's what I'm getting, is that you are lacking balance. You are not harmonized with your inner self. Let's get clarification on this Six of Swords here. With the Six of Swords, we have the Judgment in reverse. And what I'm getting is, like, the Judgment is, yeah, I feel like you are going, once you do walk away from a situation and then return calmly, I feel like you will receive judgment. But if you don't walk away, it's not going to look good for you. It just isn't. And I don't want you to hold on to, I don't want you to hold on to resentment or this anxiousness that I feel like a lot of you have inside, and you do. I feel like you hold a position that is very overwhelming or is very anxiety filled. Again, customer service comes to me like, I don't know why this is coming, but making other people happy, whatever position that looks like for you, like you have to, it's like you have to stay amicable in the position that you have. And sometimes it's super tricky for you, and it's causing a lot of internal turmoil is what I'm getting, which is why you're probably so completely out of balance. With the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. All your clarification cards came out in reverse. So the Knight of Cups is he's a sweet knight. He usually comes, with communication, and he's just sweet. He's a good I don't know. If I see him, he's like, oh, he's just so lovely. But because we're verifying the Eight of Pentacles, which is you're not focused and not aligned, the Knight of Cups came in reverse, is that your cup isn't full. Is what this is telling me. I feel like you're stagnant, and you truly need to work on thank you. So my spirit's just pointed out to work on your heart chakra. Yeah. They're also stating I'm seeing a lot of twos, right? And not that there's any twos on any of the cards, by the way. But in the imagery, there's twos. And what they're telling me is, they pointed it out for a reason, that to start off with, try to meditate both day and night. Because the moon did come out twice in these in two of the cards. And oh no, I lied. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times. So definitely meditate at night before going to bed, so that you're able to release some of the day's anxiety. And because I am seeing water in three of these images, I feel like some of you need to soak in either Epsom salt or Himalayan, pink Himalayan salt. And so to kind of wash off the negativity of the day, if you're not a bath person, drink more water, so that you're kind of cleansing, you're purifying yourself inside out. But if you're able to soak in a tub at the end of the day, if you can't do it daily, that's fine. Try to include it as frequently as possible throughout the week. But they are strongly urging me to state that, because they're pointing it out here. What else are they pointing out? For those that are, thank you. For those that are near the beach, you would definitely benefit greatly from going there. If you're able to walk in the water, not inside the water, like I'm not saying taking a dive into the water, it might be cold. I don't know where you're at, but if it is too cold, just kind of walk along the shoreline if you can. If not, that's okay. Just the rhythm of the oceans should be enough to soothe you. What else? They're pointing out the letter X. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. But they're pointing it out. They're showing me the letter X. I don't know what that means. Yeah, and they're not giving me anything to go along with that mean. Obviously, to go along with what that means. Obviously, that is important to somebody. Yeah, it's important to somebody. I don't know who, but it's important to somebody. So I have to say it because they're guiding me to do so. All right, my Gemini. I really, really, really hope this was helpful. If it was, again, please like, share, subscribe, comment. I really appreciate it. Until we meet again, bye.